The beginning is the most important part of the work. Plato, you have a target. You have identified your bottleneck. You have faced the uncomfortable truth that you are your own biggest obstacle. Now comes the part where most people fall apart. They know what they want. They know what they should do. They just don't know where to start. So they start everywhere. They do everything. They accomplish nothing. This is the chapter that changes that. The one system rule is simple. One calendar, one notebook, one priority. That is it. Not 5 apps. Not 3 planners. Not a complex color-coded matrix that takes longer to maintain than it does to do the actual work. You are going to consolidate your entire life into one single, unified, ruthlessly simple operating system. This is the mechanical foundation. This is how you stop juggling and start building. The one system rule. You need one system. Not 5. Not 10. 1. This is the foundational law of this chapter. The one system rule states that every piece of information, every task, every commitment, and every idea must live in exactly one place. No exceptions. You can choose a paper notebook. You can choose a digital app. You can choose a whiteboard. But you must choose one, and you must trust it completely. The mechanism is cognitive load. Your brain is not a storage device. It is a processing device. Every time you have to remember where you put a note, every time you have to search for a file, every time you have to check 3 different apps to see what you're supposed to be doing, you are burning mental energy that should be used for thinking. This is called decision fatigue. You make so many small decisions about where to look and what to do that you have nothing left for the big decisions. You are exhausting yourself on logistics. Consider this. The average person checks their phone 96 times a day. That is 96 times you interrupt your own thinking. Now imagine you are also checking a paper planner, a work calendar, a personal calendar, a to-do list app, and a project management tool. You are spending your day managing your system instead of using it. You are a system administrator for your own life. Stop. You are not a system administrator. You are the CEO. The CEO doesn't file the paperwork. The CEO makes the decisions. The application is brutal simplicity. Choose your system today. If you are a paper person, buy a high-quality notebook and a pen. That is your system. If you are a digital person, choose one app and stick with it. Not 2. Not 3. 1. Transfer everything into that system. Every note, every idea, every task. If it's not in the system, it doesn't exist. If it's in the system, you trust it. You don't need to remember anything. You just need to consult the system. The system works for you. You do not work for the system. The capture habit. Your brain is a terrible filing cabinet. It's also a terrible waiter. It keeps bringing you thoughts at the worst possible moments. In the shower, at 3 a.m., while you're driving, while you're in a meeting. These thoughts are useful. They are ideas, reminders, and insights. But if you don't capture them, they are gone. They are ghosts. They haunt you because you can't quite remember what they were. The mechanism is simple forgetting. You have an idea. It seems brilliant. You tell yourself, I'll remember that. You won't. You will forget it within 5 minutes. This isn't a character flaw. It's biology. Your working memory can hold about 4 things at once. That's it. 4. If you have 5 things on your mind, 1 is getting dropped. So you have to offload your thinking. You have to capture it. The capture habit is this. When an idea comes to you, you write it down immediately. Immediately. Not in 5 minutes. Not when you finish this email. Immediately. You have a dedicated place for these captures. In your one system. You don't filter. You don't judge. You just capture. Is it a good idea? Doesn't matter. Capture it. Is it a bad idea? Doesn't matter. Capture it. Is it a reminder to buy milk? Capture it. You are doing a brain dump. You are emptying the attic of your mind into the basement of your system. Here is the rule. You have 2 minutes to capture any thought. If it takes longer than 2 minutes, you are working, not capturing. You capture, and you move on. You don't solve the problem when you capture it. You just write it down. You are making an appointment with that thought. You will solve it later. But right now, you are freeing up brain space. You are becoming clear-headed. The application today is simple. Carry a small notebook or use a single notes app on your phone. Set a rule for yourself. If you don't capture it, it doesn't exist. Treat your captures like gold. They are the raw material of your life. The weekly review. Your system is a living thing. It needs maintenance. It needs attention. It needs a weekly review. This is non-negotiable. It is the engine of your system. Without it, your system will become cluttered, outdated, and useless. You will lose trust in it. You will abandon it. The weekly review is the reset button. The mechanism is entropy. Everything breaks down over time. Your calendar gets cluttered. Your task list gets stale. Your priorities shift. If you don't actively manage this, the system becomes noise. You start ignoring it. You start relying on your brain again. You are back to square one. The weekly review prevents this. It is the discipline of the system. The weekly review is a specific, structured process. It has 5 parts, and it takes about 30 minutes. Step 1. Gather. Collect all your notes, receipts, business cards, and random scraps of paper. Put them into your one system. Step 2. Process. Go through everything in your inbox, your notes app, your capture notebook. Ask yourself 3 questions. Is this actionable? If no, trash it or file it. If yes, what is the next action? Can I do it in under 2 minutes? If yes, do it now. If no, add it to your task list. Step 3. Organize. Look at your calendar for the next week. Are you spending time on your bottleneck task? If not, fix it. Move things around. Protect your time. Look at your task list. Are the priorities still right? Adjust. Step 4. Review. Look at your goals. Are you making progress? If not, what is the bottleneck? Be honest. This is where you look at the big picture. Are you moving in the right direction? Step 5. Plan. What are the 3 most important things you need to accomplish next week? Write them down. These are your big 3. Everything else is secondary. The application is to schedule your weekly review. Put it on your calendar. Friday afternoon, Sunday night, whatever works. But it must happen every week. Same time, same place. This is the ritual that keeps you on track. This is the oil change for your brain. Don't skip it. The 80-20 principle applied. You have heard of the Pareto principle. It states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your effort. This is the single most important principle for prioritization. It is the scalpel that cuts away the noise. It is the lens that brings your goals into focus. The mechanism is power law distribution. In almost every domain, a small number of inputs produce a disproportionately large number of outputs. A small number of customers bring in the majority of your revenue. A small number of tasks create the majority of your progress. A small number of relationships provide the majority of your support. The challenge is identifying that 20%. The secret is that you can't identify it from your desk. You have to experiment. You have to act. You have to measure the results. Think about a software company I worked with. They had hundreds of features. They were proud of their product, but they were struggling to grow. They were spending all their time maintaining features nobody used. I asked them to look at their data. They saw that 80% of their paying customers used exactly 3 features. The other 17 features were used by less than 5% of their user base. They were spending 80% of their engineering time maintaining features that 5% of their customers used. They cut those 17 features. They focused all their energy on the 3 that mattered. Their product got simpler, faster, and more reliable. Their customer satisfaction skyrocketed. Their growth exploded. This is why the Pareto principle works. It forces you to focus on what works. It forces you to kill your darlings. The lesson is this: identify the 20%. Forget the rest. Here is how you apply this today. Take your task list. Look at every task. Ask yourself, if I only did 20% of these tasks, which ones would give me 80% of my results? Those are your bottleneck tasks. Those are the only tasks that matter. Everything else is noise. You have permission to ignore the noise. The 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. Not later. Not when you have time. Immediately. This is the 2-minute rule. It is the simplest productivity hack in existence. It is also one of the most powerful. The mechanism is the efficiency of a single action. It takes you 1 minute to send a quick email. If you put it off, you have to remember it. You have to spend mental energy worrying about it. You have to write it down. You have to schedule it. You have to remember to check your schedule. You have to complete it. The whole process now takes 10 minutes of your time and energy. If you just did it when it first appeared, it would have taken 1 minute. You are saving yourself time by doing it now. You are also saving yourself the mental burden of the task. You are clearing your head. Think about your inbox. You have 100 emails. You open one. It asks a simple question. You know the answer. You can reply in 30 seconds. What do? Most people mark it as unread and move on. They think they'll get to it later. Later, they have 100 unread emails. They are overwhelmed. They don't know where to start. They feel anxious. The solution is simple. Reply now. If it takes less than 2 minutes, just do it. Your inbox will shrink. Your anxiety will reduce. You will be in control. The application is to audit your tasks. Look at your list. Highlight every task that can be done in under 2 minutes. Do them. Right now. Don't move to the next step. Just do them. You will be amazed at how much you can clear in 15 minutes. You will feel a sense of relief. You will have momentum. This is the foundation of action. The 2-minute rule gets you moving. Action begets action. The daily big 3. You cannot do everything. You cannot focus on more than 3 things a day. This is a biological constraint. Your brain can only produce deep, creative work for a limited number of hours. If you spread that energy across 10 tasks, you are doing nothing well. You are doing everything poorly. The daily big 3 solves this. The mechanism is attention. Your attention is your most valuable resource. It is finite. It is fragile. It is easily fragmented. If you have 3 priorities, you can give each one significant, focused attention. You can go deep. You can produce quality work. If you have 10 priorities, you are superficial. You are checking boxes. You are not producing value. You are just being busy. Consider this study. They looked at knowledge workers. They found that the average worker switches tasks every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes. They are interrupted by email, by notifications, by colleagues, by their own wandering minds. It takes an average of 23 minutes to fully refocus after an interruption. That means you are never fully focused. You are constantly in a state of partial attention. You are never in flow. You are never doing your best work. The daily big 3 is the antidote. It tells you what to focus on. It protects you from interruption. Here is how you apply it. Every morning, before you do anything else, write down your big 3 for the day. These are the 3 tasks that, if you completed them, would make the day a success. Not the urgent, not the trivial, the important, the tasks that move the needle. Now, block time on your calendar for those 3 tasks. Protect that time like a baby. Do not check email. Do not take calls. Do not let anyone interrupt you. Complete the first big 3 task before you even look at the second. Complete the second before you look at the third. You do not move to the next task until the current one is done. This is the system. The 15-minute planning session. You need a planning session, not an all-day retreat, not a complicated spreadsheet. You need 15 minutes at the end of every day. This is the 15-minute planning session. It is the bridge between your weekly review and your daily execution. It is how you stay on track. The mechanism is anticipation. When you plan, you are preparing your brain for what's coming. You are reducing surprise. You are reducing anxiety. You are making decisions in advance. When you make decisions in advance, you are less likely to be derailed by distractions. You are less likely to fall into the trap of the urgent. You are protecting your future self. Here is what you do in those 15 minutes. Review. Look at your calendar for tomorrow. What is scheduled? What is the most important thing you need to accomplish? Prioritize. Choose your big 3 for tomorrow. Write them down. Prepare. What do you need to complete these tasks? Gather the materials. Open the files. Make the calls. Set yourself up for success. Reflect. What did you accomplish today? What went well? What could you have done better? This is feedback. This is how you improve. Close. Shut down your work for the day. Stop thinking about it. You have done your planning. You are prepared. You can relax. The application is simple. Schedule 15 minutes at the end of your workday. Make it a non-negotiable ritual. You don't skip it. You don't postpone it. You do it. This is the habit that separates the chaotic from the controlled. This is the habit of a professional. Action exercises. 1. Choose your one system. Today, pick one system. Paper or digital. Commit to it. Transfer everything into it. Throw away all your other planners and apps. This is your new home for everything. 2. Do a massive brain dump. Sit down for 20 minutes. Write down every single thing on your mind. Every task. Every idea. Every worry. Every project. Every someday. Empty your brain. Put it all in your system. 3. Process your brain dump. Go through your list. Delete what you don't need. Delegate what you can. Defer what you can't do now. Do what takes 2 minutes. Organize the rest. You now have a clean system. 4. Schedule your weekly review. Put a recurring appointment on your calendar. 30 minutes every week. Same time. Same place. This is sacred. Do not schedule anything else over it. 5. Identify your 20%. Take your task list. Which tasks are the 20% that produce 80% of your results? Put a star next to them. Those are now your only priority. 6. Write your daily big 3 for tomorrow. Before you go to bed, write the 3 things you will accomplish tomorrow. Put them where you can see them first thing in the morning. 7. Do the 15-minute planning session. Tonight, spend 15 minutes planning tomorrow. Review your calendar. Set your priorities. Prepare your materials. Reflect on your day. Close the loop. End your workday with intention. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. Stephen Covey.